Hey, good morning. Welcome back. This is Sadiq Gulma once again. This is the second video of the mobile vlogging or whatever it is called. But thanks for all the nice comments and feedback I got from the first video. They were really interesting to read. Many people actually showed a lot of care and concern for my safety, and many were saying road safety, blah blah, what and whatnot. But you know, the truth, in my own defense, I'm not speaking on the phone, right? I'm literally just talking to myself, or like I'm talking to someone else in the car, and that is not a road safety crime, is it? Yeah, even when you drive and you have people in your car, you still speak to them. So just like me talking to someone, except that someone is my camera, you know. So I'm good. Anyway, so yeah, that feedback, thanks for that. I will make sure I keep my eyes on the road, inshallah. Allah Yazadi. Yeah, what other feedback did I get as well? Yeah, some people found the message helpful. I am glad. Even people I thought they will not find it helpful. Fortunately, see, we're changing lives one after the other. Yeah, and then this crazy friend of mine says he doesn't have 100 megabytes to watch my video. I'm like, what? I'm so heartbroken. But you know, it was like kind of 19 minutes, and that is like so long, I know, to ask for people in this world of endless distractions, you know. So henceforth, I'm going to try to keep this really, say, you know, like 10 minutes max or 11 minutes tops. Yeah, so which actually brings me to the topic that I want to talk about today, which is less is more. So actually the feedback was quite helpful, you know. I mean, I was not heartbroken, to say the least. That my friend says he doesn't have 100 megabytes or so to stream my YouTube video, but that's true. Maybe other people as well have such concerns and they couldn't tell me, so they only watched a minute of what Instagram or WhatsApp is allowed to view, and I don't know how much that took. So in the spirit of being concise and precise, you know, so I'm going to try to keep it into like 10 minutes. I think it's okay. So that's why I generally want to talk about the idea of less is more, which is that you can do more with less, you know. And this is about literally everything in terms of the possessions you have, the resources you have, the books. I'm not sure about the money part, yeah, but but I mean, in terms of so many things, even with the clothings and even relationships. Actually, you don't need to be in a relationship with so many. You just need to keep your cycle this is big, like this small, like literally this small, you know. That's just enough, actually, you know. So it's okay. Not many people really are concerned about whether you've had breakfast or not. So small cycle, always better. You find much more meaning in that, hopefully, and inshallah. So yeah, when we become and you know, it's like it's natural for human beings to always want to always aspire to have more, to acquire more money, more wealth, just more food, more whatever it is. It's natural. We like, our minds are fixated on what we don't have instead of focusing on what we have. So you have to constantly try to. So yeah, we tend to focus a lot on what we don't have. So if we try to start training our minds in focusing and looking at just the little we have and how can we make the most of what we have, then things are really going to turn up really okay and positive, because you become deliberate, you become smart in how you use that little thing that you have, and then when you have that, you will realize that you can accomplish more with the little that you have. You can enjoy more because whatever it is, that's what you have, and you will use it to enjoy more. So less is more. It's great. It's better. You know, as the Germans say, weniger aber besser. Less is better, and this can also apply to, you know, like many of our possessions, tech devices. You have like numerous laptops and phones, and I mean, you really just have just at an instant you can only use one item or one device, right? So the less you have, the more you can enjoy of that one device that you have. So at the end of the day, you will just realize that having a number of them really doesn't increase your happiness or whatever it is, you know. So you know, the idea of minimalism, you know, like minimalists try to keep anything in the minimal. Like if you apply this as well to your wardrobe, you know, like if you have a clothing item you haven't used in like 6 months, except it's a kimono or some ashobi that you will only use in ceremonial settings, then you don't need that item in your clothing. Just give it out to someone that will find it really useful, that will use it like weekly, you know, more than once or twice. Yeah, so just go to your wardrobe and see what haven't you worn in maybe even 3 months or 6 months, and just like really look at that cloth and look at it, you know, as Marie Kondo says, like thank the whatever it is that you want to throw out, like thank you for being of good service to me, and you wholeheartedly give it out. You know, Marie Kondo says that this will be better, because sometimes you want to give out something, but when you do, like another thought crosses your mind, like I don't want to give this back out, you know. I don't know what's like what comes to people's mind. Actually, it might just happen to me sometimes, you know. But so just look at it and really hold it in your hands and admire it and say thank you for all that you have done, and then you give it out. If you don't know about Marie Kondo, you should Google her up. She's an amazing woman. She's Japanese, and she had like a bestseller, something about the life-changing magic of tidying up. So she's like a tidying consultant, and she's written books on how you can tidy up your homes or your possessions or whatever it is. She's just amazing. I think you can find her on different podcasts. She shares her different knowledge. So yeah, try minimalism, try decluttering, you know, those sentimental items that you've had like since high school, like 10 years back, like you are never going to use them, and you're just going like this I remember the memories, which is kind of really good, but the memories are really heady, don't really go. If they are taking up so much space, just give up that sentimentality and then let them go, because if you maybe have your section of sentimental items, you realize they're taking so much space in your storage, so you know, just discard them. Yeah, I think we are just about that time, so I'm just gonna sign off here in the idea of less is more. I hope I've been able to say something you can take away from this video. I'm traveling to Minna for work today. Road trip, 3 hours, 4 hours probably. The road is not really good, but we're driving on a 4-wheel drive, so hopefully it will balance up the vibrations or the shocks from the potholes, yeah, in our roads. And yeah, so don't worry, we have a police escort with us, so inshallah we will be safe from bandits, inshallah. So by the time you'll be reading this, probably gone to Mina and come back for safety reasons. Yeah. So you have a wonderful week. It's Monday. I wish you the best. And go out there and achieve your goals. Don't overthink. Just go out, execute. That's the word. Less is more. Remember, less is more. You can do more with less. You can achieve more with less. You can be happier with less. You can enjoy more with less. Yeah. Signing out. Mic drop.